There we go. As you can see, I've got my new skin back and up and running. I don't know how long this will be because I tend to do some stuff offline on this computer, and then I get the girl back. But either way, this is my normal avatar. I try to make him look like me, I guess, as much as I could. And today, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Today, I think we're going to go down into that ravine we saw over that way. We have our armor. I think we're loaded up with, ooh, spider eye. Enough food. We have some more inside. We'll have to go check on that real quick. But then we'll head down over to that ravine real quick and kind of teach and explain some of the basics of ravining and mining. And that ravine will probably become a common place to go down. We'll do some tutorials later about branch mining and quarrying and what have you. So anyway, enough talk. Let's just go in and see what we got in here for food. We're good with the leather. Zombie flesh I don't need. What do I got? Oh yeah, I thought I had plenty of food in here. So we got the chickens. Yeah, let's leave some of this behind. We're not going to need all of that. I should make a bow real quick. And a bow is going to come in handy for defensive purposes. We only have 2 arrows, but we'll get a lot more. Bringing these. I don't need that. Grab the other arrow. I really don't need the cobblestone. Won't need the smooth stone right now. Leave this. Leave the sand. I'm trying to just lighten up my load as much as I can, so that I have plenty of space to bring back everything that we're going to get out of there. You know what? I'm going to make another pick and another shovel just in case. Hopefully we'll get down there and we're going to set up a little camp. A little base camp, and then wish I had some gravel. I have to go find some gravel real quick. I'm going to set up a base camp, and then I'm going to take some of this coal too, just a little bit of it, at the bottom of the ravine. We're going to set up a base camp so that we have just a nice safe place to do some smelting and, you know, if we need to get back and just relax for a little bit from all the hard days work. I'm going to try to keep this, you know, we're going to lose track of the days and nights down there. So I'm going to kind of keep track so that I know the video doesn't go over much over 20 minutes or so. And we're going to find plenty of coal down below, so I don't really need to bring all of it. But what I will need, just to demonstrate kind of the initial way to get down there. Now, there's a couple of ways. That ravine isn't going to just come with a staircase, so either we're going to have to make one, or there's a couple other ways that we can. Maybe there's some gravel over here. We can get down there, and kind of tricks of the Minecraft trade. I think that's gravel over that way. And it's like when you need something in Minecraft, you don't always get it. And that ravine's going to be 30 or so blocks high. which is pretty high. And so we're going to need a lot of this stuff just to kind of make what most Minecrafters would call like the express gravel elevator. Whenever you're digging like this, you want to make sure you're always mindful of having a staircase out. So you know when you're if you were to go right up against this, now you can't get out. So if somebody like a creeper or something fell in here with you, you'd be stuck. So you always want to make sure you have a way to get out quickly. So just, oh boy, that was not good. There we go. Alright, grab these last couple of pieces. That should be good, because it is getting dark out already. So did I bring up, I don't have a bucket yet. I'm not quite there yet, and I'm already talking about using things that I don't even have. It's usually good to go, when you go underground, to bring a bucket of water. Now we have you need iron to make buckets, and we don't have iron. So we can't make buckets. Oh, there's some more gravel over here. Alright. Oh, I've got some torches. Good. I'm just going to light up this area out here, just so that nothing really comes around, that any unwelcome guests spawning in this area. And that sound that you just heard, just kind of the ravine sound or the cave sound. Look at that. That's iron right there. Iron, coal, iron. And again, you can, if you hold down the shift key, you can walk right up against this the side, and you won't be able to fall off at all. So just don't let go of the shift key. If you let go, you won't you know, fall to your death, but if you tapped a little bit further, you'd probably fall pretty good. And without, well, we do have full health. I don't know if we'd survive the fall or not. Maybe not. Probably not. So even if it was, oh, here's some coal. Daytime, going down and underground, it's always going to be nighttime in terms of not having any light. So you definitely want plenty of wood and plenty of coal, but you really only need just enough coal to get yourself started, only because underground in caves, there's always coal. It's probably one of the most available, and not only is it available, but it's always available in lots of quantities. So you get veins of like 4 to 10 pieces of coal. As you can see just here up at the surface, which you know, we're up at 63 is pretty plentiful coal. So anyway, let's just take a look at my inventory real quick. First thing is, I made sure I brought lots of food, because we're going underground. We'll be down there for a while, and we're going to be doing a lot of work, and that is going to make us hungry. I brought some flint. I got some feathers. So we're going to make some more arrows, just in case we run into some bad guys, like skeletons or whatever down there. I don't really need that. Let me bring up my bar again. I don't know why I did that. And the Q, get rid of that stuff. You can throw stuff with the Q key and kind of throw stuff out of your inventory. You can just also drop it out. So we'll use the feathers, the flint, and the sticks to make some more arrows when we get our crafting table set up. You also want to bring a lot of wood, just because you're going to need to make a lot of tools. So you need wood for sticks and doors. Actually, I'll show you why we'll need a door. I mean, there's other ways you can do it when you get down there where you don't really need doors, but you know, this is Minecraft, and we have plenty of wood, so I'm not going to worry about you know, doing it cheap. So you know, I have one of each tool. I didn't need to bring that. It's good to bring an axe. You can always make one just in case you hit a mine shaft. And at some point, hopefully, if we hit a mine shaft when we go down there today, I probably won't go down into it. But you know, plenty of food, just a little bit of coal to get started, or at least some torches, because we'll be able to make those pretty easily. You know, you could just make them right in your own crafting area, which is really nice. And I use a lot of torches when I go down, just because I like to keep it pretty lit. And I use them also for navigating, and I'll kind of explain how you know, I do that when we get down there. So usually 2 of each tool, just because we're going to go through these things a lot, especially the shovels and the pickaxes. And I'm going to put some food in my bar over here just so I have it on hand. Always good to have 30 to 40 gravel, some dirt, which I'll show you how I use dirt. I can use dirt or planks for navigation purposes too. And then cobblestone is always good to have. I always keep about a full stack of cobble, 64, in my inventory for any reason. Just if I need to build a quick shelter, if I need to cover up my tracks for any reasons. Always good to have cobblestone. But let's just peer over the edge here. Ooh, and as you can see, there's a witch down there. So I don't know if I want to. I'm not really capable or in any good position to handle a witch. Maybe the ravine wasn't the best for first time. Could have picked a small cave, I guess, to go down, but this looks like a good area. So what you do, basically, the cheap and easy way to get down here, and we'll build a staircase back up later, because that just kind of makes it look more realistic. And we kind of flirt between the unrealistic and realistic here in Minecraft, but basically get your gravel up. And gravel is one of the few blocks like sand and maybe coarse dirt might too. Kind of behaves with the laws of physics, sort of. So if you place a piece of gravel, it falls all the way down to the bottom. So if you place another one, you know, and you could basically then just keep placing these, and eventually it will reach the surface. So that took about 29 pieces. So it's pretty far down there to the bottom of this ravine. And I just want to make sure nothing's following us. So now what you do is basically just stand straight up on top of this. And this is the only time where you want to be digging straight down. Obviously, there are always exceptions to the rules, but you really never, when you're mining or digging, want to, you know, dig on the block right below you, because you don't know what's underneath the next one below you. So if you're digging or mining straight down, you could fall into a hole. Like you could just be one block away from falling into a cavern like this. Sometimes these ravines are just completely hidden and underground. Or there could be lava right at this spot right here. And so you're digging straight down and you fall into some lava, and that wouldn't be very good. So it's always best to kind of staircase your way down if you're going to be doing, you know, digging down like that. But so either staircasing like this, where you know, you can see kind of makes a little staircase, or the other way is kind of back and forth staircasing, or it's probably quicker to do it this way, one at a time. So and that way you don't really have a quick and easy way back up, which is why I don't usually go this route necessarily, but you know, that works as well. And then all you do to get back up is, like you saw, basically jump and place a block, and you can hop all the way back up. And that's what we're going to do later when we come back out of this ravine. So we place this gravel, and now we know, you know, you could just start digging, and then you kind of have to make your way down, because a lot of times these blocks up here, wherever the ravine was created, kind of end, you know, it's staggered. It's not a perfect straight shot. So at least this way we know now, as we dig straight down, that we placed all of the gravel below us. So we don't have to worry about it eventually disappearing on us for some reason, because we put it all there. Now, the only thing you'll have to also kind of keep in mind is you come to these little ledges here and you see them. Sometimes they're tall enough to have monsters spawn on them. So as you're going down, just kind of, you know, keep your head up. You always kind of need to keep your head up in Minecraft. Make sure that there aren't any monsters nearby. Looks like a good spot. See right here on this ledge. So it's always good to kind of place a few torches while you're doing this, so that, because monsters will spawn right here on this ledge, and then as you're coming down, they'll attack you and potentially push you off, which we don't want. So this is a good spot because I don't see any monsters here in this area, and we're kind of going to be a little protected by this water flow here and up here, because once the monsters are on either side of that water, they'll have a hard time getting through it. So, whoa, and I just got saved by that block there. I almost fell off. I let go of that shift key, and there we go. So another reason to have the cobble is you can kind of make walkways, and again, you can hold the shift key, get right up against that, and you can place blocks like, you know, right up against the edge, which is kind of handy. But here we see we have some iron, and this is our first iron in the game, and it kind of has this orange quality to it, orangish tan, and you need a stone pick to get iron. A wooden pick is not going to work, so that's why you want to upgrade your materials, your tools, as quickly as possible. And we get down below, a stone pick will not work for all materials either, so we're going to have to upgrade to an iron pick if we want to get things like diamond and other things. And this keeps going over here. Alright, I don't think they can get across there, but just in case, I'm going to save my dirt. Block that off. I don't think they can get over that way, but I definitely do not want them to be able to spawn over here. And you know, again, because you brought a lot of wood, because we should have, and that's a bat, and those bats are pretty harmless. They don't do anything. Occasionally they'll catch on fire if they get too close to lava. And there, my shovel just broke, and so we're already into our second shovel. So yeah, don't be conservative with your, there's some more iron right there, with your torches. Use them liberally, because light is our new best friend down here. So alright, so now we're at the bottom, and we see we have this water flow down here, which is nice because the monsters won't be really able to get up here this way or come at us this way unless we block this off, which we won't do right now. They might be able to get at us up that way, but I'm not too worried about that. Maybe I can just... So monsters can't get above or past a 2-block high wall, so that's good. And it's daytime right now, that's why it's so lit up down here. So I'm just going to place a few more torches, so we have plenty of light. As you can see, if I jump into this, it's going to push me backwards. So the same thing's going to happen to any monsters in this area. They're going to get pushed around based on where ever the water flow goes. You kind of see the current here, right? It's moving this way if I sit still long enough. So I'm just putting a few torches here and there. This isn't normally how I do torches, but in that ravine you kind of need to light up the area that you're going to be working in. So the one thing I do want to do, and this is why I use things like I bring dirt, and wood also I can use for this, is that this is one of my ways that I mark where I am, because down here it gets to be kind of a labyrinth of caves and tunnels, and you can get turned around and lost very easily. And I, you know, sometimes you can just dig your way out, but I prefer to kind of not do that, especially if you are running low on wood or other items to make tools. So if you're kind of digging your way, kind of staircasing your way back up, and your pick breaks, you may end up stuck there and die of hunger, which would be bad. So as you can see, if we're looking around, there really isn't a dirt block down here like this. Now there are dirt or granite and things that look like that. In fact, granite's new to 1.8, so I do have to be a little bit mindful of that. But you see this dirt block looks out of place. In fact, that cobble, because cobble starts off as smooth stone, looks out of place. But the dirt block with the torch pointing up is just a way that says that's how I came in, going up. So if I were to retrace my steps, and I come to this spot, say we've been working down one of these ways, and I come here, I say, okay, this is not, a natural phenomena of this dirt block just sitting here with all of this smooth stone, and then there's a torch on it pointing up. So that's the way out. Some people might just do 2 torches on top of each other to say up, and I'll do that sometimes too, but dirt's a little cheaper than torches. Sometimes you do run low on torches, so I don't want to waste things that are actually a little more useful. I'll end up collecting dirt. And as you can see, I only have 3 dirt, so dirt at this moment is actually a little more useful. But I digress. So the first thing I'm going to do, now that we're down here, after having put some torches, is... Alright, so I lit up this area a little bit. I'm going to go up here a little further. Put down a few torches just so nothing spawns right in this area. And this is why the ravine might not be the best first starting caving tutorial, but it does teach you a lot of things all at once, which is you do have to look up a lot in a ravine, because the monsters can be hanging out up there and they'll drop down on you sometimes, which makes it really nerve-wracking when a creeper lands right behind you and you're like, oh, where did you come from? And you can't, and you're just stuck and you can't get away. So as you move around, as I move around, I have to always be looking up. That's why I even like putting torches kind of when I'm hanging out. If I get to a ledge, kind of putting some light up there, because it stops them from spawning above me. But you can't stop it completely, so you really do need to look up a lot. Be on guard. Have your number keys ready so you can switch to something. The other thing I didn't really show you, and maybe we'll have to test this out later, on the defensive side, is that when you have a sword, left is to hack, but right is to block. And if a creeper lands like right here and is ready to explode, and you just don't have any way of getting away, just hold down the right key, and that will block some of the damage. I don't have to show you that another time, but if you can think that fast, I don't always think that fast. And none of the other tools, like I can left click, but the pickaxe doesn't block for me. Only the sword and just the bow and arrow. The right mouse button is what fires bow and arrow. So you can hack with the bow, and then you fire with the others. So. Anyway, I'm getting up to 20 minutes here, but I'm going to give it a little bit longer because I just want to show you the basics now that we're down here. So we got our way down, and now we're going to set up our base camp. And what I like to do is at the bottom of a ravine, and I'll show you this when we just go into a regular cave. I like to make a little work space, another little... And this I wouldn't call a hobbit hole. We're not going to stay here forever, but it's just a place as we come down here. We'll have some furnaces. We'll have a crafting table. We'll have some chests so that we don't have to go all the way back up to the hobbit hole every time we fill up our backpack. Because as you can see, I'm already getting quite full just having picked up all of the stone. So I don't really need the diorite, but you know, we're going to need some more tools pretty soon. And, all right, this looks like good. I'll make some more room in here in a minute, but, so I could have crafted up a crafting table before I came down, but I didn't. And, I brought so much wood I didn't really have to worry about it. I guess I could have brought a door because we had some left over lying around, so I didn't have to waste wood. But now, as you can see, we have our little base camp. It's at the bottom of how we get in here, so we don't always have to be climbing up and down every time we get full or we want to come back and store stuff, or if we have to make some more tools. We've got a nice little safe space in here to you know, do some smelting, get some place to kind of relax. I'm just gonna make one more break in here. So that we have a 2x2 by 4. All right. And what I did there, if you right click in here, it will put down one of each kind of material. But if I left click, it will equally distribute everything in my hand in the spaces. So I had 64 blocks cobblestone. As you can see, it's 8 spaces, so 8 times 8 is 64, and I could make 8 furnaces. If I shift click this, I'd end up with 8. I don't need 8 furnaces right now. What I want is just the 2 furnaces. And I'm going to put those side by side. You can stack them, I guess, but then it makes this corner dark. I don't know, just preference for me. And now what we can do is get this iron going. So I'm going to drop a couple pieces in here, and this iron ore will now smelt into, wait for it, ta-da, iron ingots. So, and we just got our next achievement, acquiring hardware. Now, when you mine coal, you get experience. When you mine iron, you don't get experience. What you get experience. You see that little bit just right down there. Watch that. Oh, it didn't do it, that one. Maybe it's every couple of iron ingots. No, every couple. There we go. You get a little bit of experience by smelting iron ingots. So that's how you get experience from iron. You get experience from just mining coal because you don't smelt coal. But I'm going to make a small chest. Maybe I'll make 2. And I should have brought some of this stuff, so I can put the doors. So this is, you know, when you make a chest and you put another one next to it, as you can see, it makes 2 chests, a giant chest. So now if I break that up, now I just have 1 chest. So it's up to you how you want to use the chests. You know, I guess I can just put these in here. I'm not going to break them up right now because that seems silly. But everyone has their own way of doing things. You could kind of make different chests for different things. And I'll do that at certain points when, especially in the Hobbit hole later, I'll use different chests for different. All right, let's just make some sticks and finish this up by making our arrows. So I shift clicked and just put them all right there. And we'll get some more flint probably at some point soon. I'm not going to worry. Got to conserve my wood now. Let's see, we got that. I got the ingots. I should have one more ingot. Okay, I got 8. So I'll put this in here. Probably leave the axe here, free up some of the space. And put some of this stuff up here. There we go. Okay. So there we go. I think the next episode I'll get into venturing out. Light up this a little bit more. As you can see, it's now nighttime. This video is getting a little long, but I'll get going with the next one soon. And that's it. That's our first day into the ravine. Thanks for watching. This is Flag, and if you like this video, a like is always appreciated. Comments always welcome. And subscribe if you're liking this series. That always is encouraging. And I'll keep making more videos. All right, see you soon. Goodbye.